Now, have you felt like you've completely fallen off track simply because one day didn't go to plan? You missed a workout, uh, had one takeaway, drank a little more than you intended, and suddenly Monday becomes next Monday. One missed habit becomes a week becomes a month. If that sounds familiar, I know this episode is for you. Just maybe the problem was never that you lacked discipline. Maybe the problem was that you believed you had to be perfect. So, welcome back to the Thrive Method podcast. And today we're exploring the second principle of Thrive: alignment over perfection. Now, I want to tell you a story about a current client that I've been working with. And very recently, she was traveling for work commitments and would be away from home for, I think it was 3 nights in a city, limited time, lots of stress and commitments, lots of uncertainty when it comes to things like food choices, exercise, or the opportunity to do any form of exercise, not to mention the late nights that included food, alcohol. So, the one thing that we did do was pull our awareness to the aligned decisions we could make and focus our energy towards them. Now, for a lot of us, we don't even start to think that this is an option. We believe that it has to be a specific way, it has to be the all or nothing way. Now, in the past, this particular lady would have seen this as a failure and the need to start over again. But now, with the alignment mindset and not a perfection mindset, we would still be able to make progress. Instead, what we did was she adapted, prioritized movement instead of training, minimal food choices, well, mindful, should I say, mindful food choices when on the move and at restaurants, made slight changes to alcohol options and made sure hydration was a main focus, found moments to find stillness and to disconnect and manage that stress and overwhelm so we could make more aligned decisions. So it was more around preparation instead of perfection, stillness instead of guilt. And they still moved forward. The lesson here, guys, and this is really important, the week wasn't the setback. It was proof that they were learning to live differently, only fueling their confidence that they could still make progress even in these challenging moments. And I absolutely love this. And when I get to coach people and work with people, I can just see the world kind of opens up to them. When we start to realize that it doesn't have to be this way, it doesn't have to be this fixed concept. And if you're not doing it, then, well, you're not doing anything at all. It doesn't have to be that way. So the principle is this: alignment over perfection. One of the biggest lies in the health and fitness industry is that there is an apparent way, a perfect way, the only way. This only leads to short amount of progress, stop, start, and bags of frustration. Instead, I feel that real health is built from imperfect weeks, handled well, from a place of reflection. Okay, one meal never changed someone's life. Okay, one missed workout never changed someone's life. One holiday never changed someone's life, but giving up because of those things often does. Okay, you see, one thing that a perfection mindset asks is, did I do everything? I'm sure we've all felt that. Okay, did I do everything? And if not, then I must have failed. Now, alignment asks, did I stay true to the person I'm becoming? And if so, then that's powerful. That gives you the options and to feel empowered. Okay. So there's a huge shift that we can make here just to reflect on that, that these things are going to happen. And instead of resisting it and thinking we've got to be perfect through them, start coming back to, did I stay true to the person I'm becoming? Can I make an aligned action here? Okay. Now, the science says with the brains that we have, we are looking for that certainty. Our brains love certainty because we feel safe there. Okay. The all or nothing thinking is creating rules. So it makes us feel that we have certainty. If I can't do it properly, I won't do it at all. Okay. This creates perfect Monday, poor Tuesday, start Monday again. You repeat. All right. So the brain is always looking for certainty. It's always looking for black and white to make you feel and to feel comfortable. And that's where the perfection mindset comes from. It has to look this way. And it's pushing you and pulling you into a box. And it's forming a negative relationship to change. And it's no wonder you never stick to it. Instead, flexible thinking creates consistency, exercising our ability to see that we have choice, the ability to zoom out and see the many different options available to us. Now we can start to become more consistent. Consistency then creates identity. Identity creates lasting change. Now, just take a moment there, okay, to think about that. Exercising our ability to see that we have choice, to zoom out and see the many different options available to us. Now we can start to become more consistent. Consistency then creates identity. Identity creates lasting change. That's very, very powerful to start to realize. Now, the philosophy behind this, I feel Marcus Aurelius said it best. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. From here, we start to understand that life isn't getting in the way of your health. Life is where your health is lived. The summers, the Christmas, busy work weeks, children, stress, they aren't obstacles. They're where the practice happens. They are the seasons of life, and they will happen. They are coming. Start to see these moments as opportunities to practice making aligned decisions and to look for alternatives. This is the practice. This is where you are strengthened. This is where you develop. This is where you become empowered and take hold of this. To know that these moments will pass and a new season of progress will follow. But for now, we do not restrict ourselves to an all or nothing mindset. We open up to the possibility of showing up as the person we are becoming. So reflect on this, guys. Ask yourself, where in your life are you chasing perfection instead of practicing alignment? Take a moment to just think about that. And this week, when something doesn't go to plan, please don't ask, what have I ruined? Or or like, is, why is this always happening? This just happens all the time. Ask this, what's the next aligned decision? That's it. What's the next aligned decision? Just one. Don't overthink it. Just one. No making up for it. No punishment needed. No judgment needed. Just the next aligned action. And a little quote I wanted to leave you here with is this: alignment always outperforms perfection. And the great Epictetus once said, don't demand that things happen as you wish, but wish that they happen as they do happen, and you will go on well. I feel this perfectly captures adapting to life's seasons rather than fighting them. So remember, you were never meant to live a perfect life. This was never meant to be perfect and just go plain sailing. You know this. You were meant to live an aligned one. Until next time, keep moving, keep nourishing, keep finding stillness, and above all, keep thriving.